Hi, and welcome back to Blue's Garden. This is my early June 2025 planting and a quick garden tour. As you can see from the opening pic, there is more rain. We are now 12 weekends in a row of rains. We are, I only water a few times a week during the week. The irony is I spent some of the week working on an automatic watering system, and everything is soaked. I don't know what I'm doing it for. First up, I potted up some of my strawberries in a planter, small pot, and also in a strawberry pot. Some strawberries. I'll probably put some herbs in the others. And then a little tour around. This is a small raised bed I have that actually just started as me just throwing cuttings in. This used to be my Scarborough Fair herb garden. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. The sage did not come back over the winter, but the rest of it is still there. I'm going to add some more parsley in and some thyme. These are some beach roses, Rosa rugosa. I can't remember what variety of rose this is. And then here are the tomatoes I potted up. A couple of Roma, a black cherry, sweetie, brandywine yellow. White cherry is the one leaning against. That giant crim in the pot is not going in here. It's going somewhere else. A giant crimson, a pineapple tomato, a jubilee tomato, a yellow pear, a yellow plum, and then on the end is a black crim with the last two having some basil. The yellow plum and crim. This is some basil that got chewed by slugs in the ground, and then this corner one is a habanada and the lemon aiji in this little bed. Those are the pictures of the tomatoes. I like to label everything. They're labeled in the pots, but I like to have a record of it, and I put it in something here. This is my flowers that grow up against the house, and these are something that my mom put in years ago. Every time I see the iris, always reminds me of her. She planted these 35, 40 years ago. Always remember Mom every time they come up. Peonies that my wife put in on the side of the house. My mom planted fern 40 years ago, and we've been fighting it ever since. No matter how much you pull up, it always comes up. So just something I'm going to have to fight for the rest of our time. This is the raised garden bed that I started on the automatic watering. I'm putting in some drip irrigation and some emitters. And what I got finished this session, it is hard on the hands, man, putting all this together. I hope it's all worth it in the end. But so first up was the hose adapter. The hose is connected to a timer. Hose adapter. Out of that, it will split off into a 4-way, and that will go into just behind my very large tummy is a couple of 25-gallon grow bags of beets. And there'll be some emitters in the 25-gallon grow bags of beets. And then I ran some emitters along the line of peas, which is just separating the grow bags in the raised bed. They're just starting to come back, these peas. So this is the 4-way emitter I was talking about. The 4-way valve, which will split off and go to the emitters for the beets and the emitters that'll carry on down through the peas, and also all the emitters for the garlic and the onions. I didn't get far because, as I mentioned, it's raining. I got enough done. So these blue ones are the emitters that I eventually turned around to go straight over to the beets. You can see me rough measuring out. They'll snake through the chicken wire, and that will go towards the beets, as I mentioned a million times. So 2 sets of emitters for the different beets. It's got a little sprinkle head on it that sprays out and gives me a nice coverage in that 25-gallon pot in each emitter. So that was the first step, was getting these little blue-headed emitters on. They give me a nice sprinkle that covers the entire 25-gallon pot, grow bag, and same. There's 2 emitters, one for each grow bag. There we go. Get those all settled. Next up was a little work to get the set of emitters, which are a smaller radius spray, and that would be for the peas, the line of peas that grow right between the beets and the rest of the raised bed. The peas I did have a problem with. There's a second set of peas sown in there because I may have mentioned it in an earlier video, but there is a very nice population of rabbits that love peas. So anyway, so I've got a set of emitters for the peas, these orange emitters, slightly smaller radius, but sprays out and will drip water the peas. That little set of bamboo stakes are some more peas planted in there. That's the second set of peas that I had planted and mentioned. So I wanted emitters for that, to water that. This is all remote controlled. My job often takes me on the road. I can either control it from my Apple Home app or set it automatic. I tend to control it from my Apple Home app because I'm not going to water if it's pouring out or if it just poured that morning or that night. Anyway, these spray up and out a little, so I wanted to zip tie them to these bamboo stakes and also zip tie to some of the stakes that I have for the peas. So there we go. That's the peas set. In addition, I ran a set of these orange emitters down through the onion. I thought that was important to separate the garlic out from the peas that I'm watering. So this is a different line that runs down to the down to the onion. I want to be able to water the onion directly and the peas, but not the garlic, because at a certain point you stop watering the garlic right before harvest so that the papery covering on garlic doesn't get all soggy and die off, and it's a way to preserve your garlic harvest. To stop watering it just a little before you harvest, a couple weeks before you harvest. So, finished up with these orange emitters throughout the onion area, and gave myself a nice little coverage there. So, quick summary, one line out of the 4-way emitter goes through the 2 sets of 25-gallon grow bags for the beets. One line goes to the onions, and one goes to the peas, and a future one will go to just the garlic, so I can turn that one off. So, as I mentioned, the watering system is controlled with the Apple Home app. Here's a screenshot of the app. As you can see, I have lights, I have speakers. You can't see, but I also have shades, blinds, Lutron shades. My wife runs a company that does custom installs for shades, blinds, and whatnot. And I've automated some things, the lighting, the speakers, Apple TV, and as well, I've automated the watering system I have in the backyard. Right now, it currently is in process. I am currently controlling an Aqara timer remotely. As I said, my job takes me all over the country. a few other countries as well. And so I can just go into my laptop or my iPad or my iPhone and I can turn the watering system on and off. Right now it just controls a sprinkler, but as you see, I am beginning to install drip emitters. Eventually all gazillion grow bags and the raised beds will all be on drip emitters. They're not right now, so the sprinklers just turn on and water the whole thing. But I wanted a little more granular control. So the Apple Home app allows me to turn on and off the timers. The watering system, I can add more timers, more controllers, and then I have individual zones that I can turn on and off. Right now I'm setting it up so that I have emitters in each area, and I will be able to turn those emitters on and off. So for instance, when the garlic is done, I can take them out and let them finish in ground and take out the turn off the emitters and allow the rest of the beds to be watered without the papery covering on the garlic to get wet, soggy, therefore fail. Then you get a lot less storage ability. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I hope this helps you grow. You like, share, and subscribe will help me grow. Thank you very much. Thanks. Please like, share, and subscribe.